Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is episode 17 of the Random Album Review. I am Larry.
And I'm Brian.
Um, at this point, you kind of
At this point,
you should kind of get the gist of it. I've given Brian an album to listen to this week. We listened to it off camera. We're getting on camera to talk about it now. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of the group. We're going to talk about the album, a little bit about the production of the album, a couple of the songs. We're going to choose our favorite songs. We're going to give it a score. We're going to move on. All right. Brian, this week,
sir.
I got to choose, and it's we were just discussing this very right before this. I chose the phonetically self-titled
Yes,
LP
sir.
from American rock band Leonard Skinner. This is pronounced Leonard Skinner. The album.
It's not Leinard Skynard.
No.
Dang it.
No. Some people say Leonard Skinnerd because the Skinnerd part influences the Leonard. But no, it's Leonard.
Who the heck is Leonard?
I don't know. I don't know who this Leonard guy is. This is their first studio album. It released August 13th of 1973.
Well,
And you mentioned this to me, I believe, I'm assuming while you were listening to it, or like after listening to it the first time, you were like, what genre is this exactly? And
that was literally 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago? There you go.
Yeah.
It basically, I just summed it up as being like southern rock, soft rock, classic rock. It always finds its way on classic rock stations. I mean,
Does.
early 1970s. It's very soft. Not at all times. There are some times it picks up. So there are some elements of hard rock in there, but so the band formed in Jacksonville, Florida, in 1964.
Okay.
Obviously, that's 9 years prior to releasing their first album. They played songs live that would eventually go on to be some songs that they would play later on and would be songs from albums in the future. A few of them being album or songs from this first album. The group originally formed as the title of the group was My Backyard.
Classic.
That's it. And it comprised of Ronnie Van Zant on vocals, Gary Rossington on guitar, Alan Collins on guitar, Larry Junstrom on bass, and Bob Burns on the drums. The band spent 5 years touring small venues under various names, and with several lineup changes before deciding on Leonard Skinner in 1968.
So I mean, none of them are named Leonard.
No. Like I
The
said,
hell is the point?
I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who Leonard is. We gotta figure it out, I guess.
Rock's true mystery.
So they released this album in 1973. They have 4 more albums that come out, and then 3 days after their 5th studio album came out, on October 20th, 1977, the band's career was unfortunately abruptly halted when their charter airplane unfortunately went down. It ran out of fuel in the sky. It unfortunately took the lives of Van Zant, Steve Gaines, and backup singer Cassie Gaines, and seriously injured several other members of the band. And the band would go into a hiatus until, I believe, the mid-90s.
Jeez.
Very unfortunate. Eventually, they would come back with a few new members. The new lead singer was the original lead singer's brother. So there are some ties, but it was never the same again. The voice was never the same. That was the big one. Leonard, or pronounced Leonard Skinner, came out or peaked at number 27 on the U.S. Billboard 200 in 1975, 2 years after it came out. The album was certified gold on December 18th of 1974, and double platinum July 21st of 1987. all by the RIAA. It's the Recording Industry Association of America. Yeah.
Yep. Whatever.
Whatever. Business, whatever. The band found a. So, going into a little bit about the recording here, the band found a rural rehearsal space near Jacksonville, Florida, which they nicknamed the Hell House, due to the long hours spent there jamming in the intense Florida heat while they were putting together this album. And they basically, their goal was they sat down, they wrote the music, they played the music, and they were playing it to a point that they wanted it to be perfect. They didn't want to be able to mess up a note. They didn't want to mess up
Mm.
anything because they wanted to be able to go into a studio and play it perfectly. They didn't want anyone to do anything out of the ordinary. They wanted perfection when they were ready.
Wow.
Producer Al Cooper marveled at how well prepared the band were once they entered the studio. He said every note was immutable and absolutely no improvisation was allowed. So like nobody could go off the wall and just like shred for a second or something. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian, before I get into two of the songs here, I wanted to know because
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned when I sent it to you, pretty quickly you realized I believe like pretty pretty close to like the exact quote was Freebird.
Hold on, I got you. Oh, keep talking.
um,
I think it was. Hold on. It's been a few.
it was almost a week ago at this
There.
point.
Yep. Yep. Uh. Blah blah blah. Talking about baseball. And then you sent the album,
Yes.
and my response is Freebird? Question mark exclamation question mark.
Yes. So obviously going into this, you knew Freebird. You know Freebird. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people know Freebird. I mean,
I
great
only know it
song.
from TikTok.
I mean, that's fine. You still know Freebird. It's a great song, right?
True. I
Right?
still know Freebird. Yeah. I like Freebird. Yeah.
Um, so I guess I wanted to ask you prior to listening to the whole album, but knowing Freebird, because this is one of those rare scenarios where you knew one of my songs going into this.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts? I guess heading into it, what were you expecting?
I mean, knowing what Freebird sounds like, right? I expected something similar to that. Probably some rock. Yeah, the lead singer is very country southern voice, so
Mm-hmm.
probably something of that in there too.
Yeah, I mean,
And then you also so boldly claimed I knew Simple Man.
I I figured you would have known Simple Man because Simple Man is another just like one of those classic rock staples that I feel like a lot of people know. And if you would have known Freebird, I kind of would have thought you would have known Simple Man because the voice again, the recognition in the
No,
voice.
I looked at the album. I wasn't gonna listen to it yet, and then you said I know that song, so I pressed play. I'm like, I don't know this damn song. This guy lied to me.
Yes. Sorry.
Work radio only plays Sweet Home Alabama. So
Good. I mean, another really good song by them. Not on this album, unfortunately.
yeah.
But so this album has 8 songs. It is
You're.
43 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
It opens up with "I Ain't the One." Then you have "Tuesday's Gone," "Gimme 3 Steps," "Simple Man," "Things Going On," "Mississippi Kid," "Poison Whiskey," and it closes out with the legendary, legendary closing track, "Freebird." Um, so I did want to highlight just 2 of the tracks, and they are probably by far the 2 most popular and most well known tracks on the album. First of all, I wanted to go into "Simple Man."
Mm-hmm.
This song was written by then vocalist Ronnie Van Zant and lead guitarist Gary Rossington. "Simple Man" is a ballad about a mother imparting some valuable wisdom to her young son, namely to be a simple man who lives honestly with love and care. And I don't know, the song has always just kind of like resonated with me. Like, don't you don't need to do all the negative things in life, and you don't need to do the harm to other people. You just need to be able to live your life, kind of carefree with love and be able to appreciate the things in life. I don't know. It's always
Yeah.
always what I've kind
That's
of
how I kind of
it's
live.
yeah, it's kind of always what I wanted to be able to like achieve, I guess. That's like a goal. Be able to achieve like peace in life. And I don't know. The chorus in Simple Man just I love it. I love it so much. And it's all about being true and honest with yourself, being able to look at yourself in the mirror and not being able to, because people have, I guess over the years people always make the idea of like, oh, like when you look at yourself in the mirror you probably hate yourself, but the idea of Simple Man is you want to be able to look at yourself and not feel that way. You want to be able to love who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a very good song, very touching song. I could see that song being played at my funeral, honestly.
Yeah.
Freebird, closing track on this
Just
album.
I'm listening to right now, Larry.
Are you listening to it right now?
The solo is about to start.
Yes.
Yeah, it started.
Yes, it's so good.
Convenient timing.
So I mean, in my notes, I literally just have what else is there to say about Freebird anymore? I shouldn't say everyone, but most people know the song or have at least heard portions of the song, and they might not just recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
The first 5 minutes are absolutely beautiful lyrically. It is very just slow building, very melodic, about just, and the way I interpret it is, being able to live free like a bird, and again, kind of touching back to Simple Man, being able to live that carefree peace life kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but slowly throughout that first 5 minutes, as it's very peaceful, very melodic. Slowly, it gets a little bit faster, and it starts to pick up a little bit more pace, and
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden the guitar really starts to pick up, and then, like you said, it hits about halfway through the song. The guitar solo starts, and it finishes the song out. It's a 9 minute long song. It is like a 4.5 minute, 5 minute long guitar solo. It is incredible, unbelievable. It is
It's a
you.
great, it's a
They're
great guitar.
it's very great work, and there are arguments to be made that it could be one of the best solos of all time. With how complex it is, with how long it's very good, very impressive. Great,
Mm-hmm.
very good way to end the album. Also, it's kind of a
Yeah.
perfect send off, and it would be a very good song to end a concert on as well. Another good send off type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brian,
Yeah. What's up?
I gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any favorites? Any favorite songs this week?
Yeah.
Let me hear.
Um, looking at yours though. We got a few different ones in here other than Freebird and Simple Man.
Okay.
Um, I got Give Me Three Steps. I like that one a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I see.
And then
And go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Poison Whiskey.
Poison Whiskey's. Oh yeah. Okay. So Poison Whiskey. That's such a hidden gem. Like I have it up here on my screen. It
Mm-hmm.
has only been played like 8.9 million times on Spotify, which that's a lot of plays, granted. But comparatively to like some of the other songs on this album, it is like so far and like away, and just
Yeah, I mean, just look down one number.
Freebird, the most listened to song on the album, 690 million.
Yeah.
um, it just that's a really good song. And going back to, you said, "Give Me Three Steps," correct?
What?
I said you said, "Give
Sorry.
Me Three Steps."
Yeah, Give Me Three Steps.
So when I was listening to the album again for the first time in a while this week, when I was going through and listening, I was listening to "Give Me Three Steps," and I was like, "Oh, the bass line in this song," and I was like, Brian is gonna love this song. The bass line in "Give Me Three Steps" is so underrated.
I like that a
Very
lot.
good song. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you pulled those two. Those are good songs. Very good songs. Um,
Yeah, I know music.
he knows. He knows. He has good taste. For me, I mean, you kind of highlighted it. Simple Man and Freebird kind of just have to be on the list. They're both very good songs. I
Mm-hmm.
can't leave them off the list. I also really like "Gimme Three Steps." I'm glad that you pointed that out. But for me, I think my favorite song on the album, even even when you put in Simple Man and Freebird in the contention, I still think I like Tuesday's Gone more. I really love that song. That song makes me want to weep like a baby. It's bad.
It wasn't bad. I liked it.
Um, so Brian,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask here. We're here at the end.
Mm-hmm.
The most important part. The last time this season, by the way.
No way, not again.
What?
I got Fortunate Son
No
because I finished the
way.
album. I finished the album out, and I got Fortunate Son again.
Oh no.
This is an awful weekend for me.
Oh no. It's over.
Oh Jesus! All right,
So
but
Brian, for the last time this season, I gotta
mm-hmm.
know. What are you
Oh,
giving?
for your album at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, for the last time for my album. What are you giving? What are you giving it? What are you scoring
Uh,
it?
uh, Before that, um, so I always put like a good old, you see my I get the episode number, album, artist, favorite songs, least favorite songs, and then like a short like snippet of what I thought about the album and stuff.
Yes.
Mine literally says, "Rah, USA, 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 Freebird."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kinda.
So that's how I felt. But overall, give it an 8.1. I liked it. It wasn't too
All
bad.
right, that's a very respectable score, and this is very close to mine as well. I mean, you can see it on my screen. I gave this
Yeah.
album an 8.5. I think it's a
Okay,
very good
not bad.
album. I think there are a couple misses in there. I think there are a couple songs that I skip over them when I listen to it. Outside of like listening to it this week when I listen to every song, like if I'm listening to it
I
on
guess
my
the
own,
song, dude.
they're just getting skipped. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But anything else this week, Brian? Anything interesting going on?
No, but the song I skipped "Fortunate Son" to is "Sweet Home Alabama."
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
If you guys just like this episode, leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell notifications, leave us a rating on Spotify and Apple Music, and
Mm-hmm.
we will see you guys next week, Brian's week, the last week of season 2. See you guys.
Bye.